with Tom Bell, the Executive Director of Maritime Gloucester. I'm Rick Moore, and it's a huge weekend. The Schooner Festival is back. And Tom, tell us a little bit about maybe a quick thumbnail of the history of it and then where we are today.
Well, this is our 31st year of doing the Gloucester Schooner Festival, and it really builds on the great tradition earlier in this century when the great fishing boats of schooners of Gloucester would take on the great fishing schooners of Nova Scotia for the Lipton Cup and the fisherman's race. So this is a continuation of that great fun and great history and great heritage associated with racing schooners to see who's got the fastest.
We're going to hear some of the new boats. Of course, the Gertrude L. Thibault, the Blue Nose come to mind, but what happens this weekend starting on Friday?
So Friday, schooners begin to arrive, and then there is a sort of invite-only reception, the mayor's reception that's sponsored by First Ipswich Bank on Friday evening, and then really the fun begins on Saturday. So Saturday is Maritime Heritage Day here at Maritime Gloucester on Harbour Loop, where there's all sorts of vendors and exhibits and activities for kids and families, half-price admission to our museum, deck tours of the Adventure, sails aboard the schooner Ardell. So just a great day of fun and food and learning.
Of course, we're going to talk about this a lot more later in detail about the Gloucester boats that are still here and off on tours. But you have a lot of boats coming in now on Friday and Saturday from all over the place?
Yeah, mostly New England, but there's 23 schooners, which arguably is the most we've ever had. I think the great excitement is that there's 7 schooners participating in the large boat category. So this is greater than 80 feet. And so you have, for example, rafted outside of Adventure in the background is the Columbia, which is a beautiful replica schooner built in Panama City by Eastern Shipbuilding that is a replica of the Columbia that was built in Essex at the Story Boatyard in 1923 and sailed between 1923 and 1927 when it went down off Sable Island. So you've got this extraordinarily large 145-foot length on deck schooner. But then you also have the other Essex ship schooners that are coming back. You have the Roseway coming up from Boston. You have the Letty Howard coming up from New York. You have the American Eagle coming down from Rockland, Maine, that has won it the last couple of years and faces stiff competition, certainly with the Columbia this year. But there's a number. Liberty Clipper is coming in. Adventure is obviously a strong contender. I'm not sure if I've left out a boat, but anyways, the 7 large boats is going to be one hell of a race this year.
Absolutely. American Eagle, was that one time a Coast Guard boat, or what was that?
No, I don't remember. It was a fishing schooner way back, way back when in its earliest days, a fishing boat, but I'm not sure.
All right, so a lot going on Saturday as well, and Sunday will be the race itself.
And Sunday is the race. So for visitors and the community, this is a great opportunity to go down to the Boulevard or Stagefort Park or somewhere around the harbor and watch the parade of sail in the morning that takes place mid to late morning, where all 23 or most of the schooners will parade through, and you really get a chance to see them with their sails up and the different kinds of designs. Daisy Nell, the chair of the committee, and Mike Costello, the former Chamber of Commerce head, provide great detail about the different boats and stories and other information. And then at 1 o'clock it's the race off of Eastern Point, and so if you're lucky enough to get out on a boat, you can get out there and see what's going on. And there's 3 categories, so there's the large boat category, medium size, and small.
And the weather looks to be spectacular. And Tom, if people want more information about this, to get, I don't know, if souvenirs or whatever, the best place to come and how to find more information?
For more information, the best place is to go to GloucesterSchoonerFestival.net. In terms of purchasing T-shirts, hats, and some memorabilia and finding out more, I would say Maritime Gloucester. So you can either go to maritimegloucester.org or give us a call, 978-281-0470, or better yet, just come on down to 23 Harbour Loop.
Absolutely. Tom Bell, Executive Director at Maritime Gloucester. With more stuff online, I'm Rick Moore.